This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good night, Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for November 13, 2022. And in the news tonight, Manchester taxi operator accused of robbing woman at gunpoint. A Manchester taxi operator has been charged with robbery with aggravation following an incident in St. Andrew on October 31. He is 32-year-old Raymond Robinson of Wint Road, Mandeville. The Halfway Tree police say a woman entered a Toyota Probox taxi with 3 men aboard near Papine in St. Andrew. They say while traveling along Old Hope Road, one of the men brandished a firearm, held up the woman and robbed her of an iPhone valued at $95,000 and $500. The woman escaped without injury. She reported the incident to the police, and Robinson was taken into custody later that same day. He was charged on Saturday after being pointed out in an identification parade. Man killed in Portland crash. A 32-year-old man has died from injuries sustained in a motor vehicle crash on the Woodstock Main Road in Buff Bay, Portland on Sunday. He is Kemar Ferguson of Enfield District, St. Mary. The Buff Bay police say about 5 a.m., Ferguson was driving his Toyota Probox motorcar along the roadway when he allegedly lost the control of the vehicle and crashed into a guardrail. The police were called and he was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. St. Thomas man charged after allegedly threatening woman with a gun. Criminal charges have been laid against the 33-year-old Stevie White of Johnstown District, St. Thomas, after he allegedly used a gun to threaten a woman during a dispute on November 10. He has been charged with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition, assault at common law, and malicious destruction of property. The Morant Bay police say about 5 a.m. Thursday, White and the woman had an argument. It is alleged that during the dispute, White pulled a firearm, pointed it at the woman, and threatened to kill her mother. He then reportedly threw stones at the woman's house, damaging her windows. A report was made to the police and a warrant was subsequently issued for the search of White's home. The police say during the search, a firearm and ammunition were found in a backpack. White was then taken into custody and subsequently charged. Taxi operators vote to strike on Monday. Taxi operators are threatening an island-wide shutdown of the public transport sector on Monday morning, given that the government has not granted a traffic ticket amnesty request from the Transport Operators Development Sustainable Services. They were of the view that a request for the amnesty would go to Cabinet on Monday, but were informed this weekend that it would not. This has triggered the protest action. At a meeting hosted by the Todds at Halfway Tree Primary School in St. Andrew on Sunday afternoon, the public transport operators voted for the protest, with 99% of those present being for the strike action. Edgerton Newman, president of the Todds, told them that discussions with the Minister of Transport and Mining, Audley Shaw, did not definitively state that an amnesty was on the horizon. We need to send a message to the government for an amnesty. They give gunmen amnesty. Foolishness. Give us the amnesty. We are willing to pay. All we want is a payment plan, Newman said. Newman wants payment plans ranging from 6 months to 4 months. If they give us 3 months, we can make use of 3 months. The last time we got an amnesty, I think it was 4 months and the government raked in nearly $900 million. So I think if the government really wants some money, use the amnesty, he said. He continued, the amnesty is a payment plan without the police on your back. The operators have indicated the strike could continue for up to 4 days or until they get a favorable response from the government. JLP wants only serious attendees at annual conference. Deputy Chair of the Jamaica Labour Party's Area Council 1, Desmond McKenzie, has put the labor rights on notice that the party's 79th annual conference will not be business as usual. Speaking at the JLP's St. Andrew North Eastern Divisional Conference at the Girl Guides Association headquarters in St. Andrew today, McKenzie told the supporters that next Sunday's meeting of the party's highest decision-making body will not be about a frolicking. It's not going to be a conference where you come and ring bell and drink and jump up and down and show off your outfit, McKenzie said. At this year's conference, we need to arm ourselves with the knowledge and information so we can challenge the people who are spreading mischief about the performance of your party and government, he added. McKenzie said that it is customary for 4 sets of people to attend the JLP's annual conference: those who attend to show off, those who do so for no reason, those to meet their significant other, and those who attend to listen. I want the other 3 to stay home. I want the one to come who will listen, because it is important for labor rights to be able to challenge mischief makers. Labor rights must be able to challenge those persons who CO and call it P, he insisted. McKenzie argued that challenges, including crime, abound, but noted that they are not unique to Jamaica. He said Jamaicans should be proud of the Holness administration for how it has weathered the storm brought on by the COVID-19 pandemic. The local government minister said Jamaica is doing 5 times better than most countries, including developed ones. He echoed similar messages from Councillor Dwayne Smith and a Member of Parliament, Donovan Williams, that no public sector worker lost their job during the period. Labor rights, we must never ever be afraid to talk about what the government and the Prime Minister Andrew Holness and the Jamaica Labour Party have done, he said. The conference is set for Independence Park. Opposition senator urges government to disclose how money earned from tourism is spent. Opposition Senator Janice Allen has urged the government to show how and where the money earned from tourism is being used. Senator Allen, making her contribution to the State of the Nation debate on Friday, said when the country records large earnings from the tourism sector, there are few tangible reflections of how the money is spent. So when the minister makes a statement such as significant growth and earnings, when the public hears the unimaginable numbers, they ask then why the place looks so. It just doesn't add up. Senator Allen also highlighted the challenging work that tourism workers have to operate under, and in that regard declared that it is unfair that they have to settle with low wages. Too many of them become confused by the near $6 billion in earnings when they have received diminishing returns as their wages remain as they have over the many years.
So when the minister makes statements such as significant growth and earnings, when the public hears the unimaginable numbers, they ask then why the place looks so. Why we don't feel like we can even access a well-run public transportation system, or walk on proper sidewalks, or have a working hospital. It just doesn't add up. Mr. President, too many of them become confused by the near $6 billion United States dollars in earnings, as declared by the minister, when they have received diminishing returns as their wages remain as they have over the many years, but which in real terms, as inflation rises and the dollar fluctuates, their wages have diminished, as have their purchasing power.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.